Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Tonight's a very exciting night. I just got done installing the new Gen 2 Acar instrument cluster for the Maserati Granturismo. This fits all models from 2008 to clear up to 2019. This is the brand new revised version. You could already see the difference on it. And I am going to go through all the new features, the new look, and everything that this is about. This thing is just, I think, is awesome. They hit a home run on this one, and let's get started. This is the new look, guys. This is just absolutely awesome. This is the new touring look with the 2 gauges. They completely revamped it. You can see up top it says Maserati on it now, and I'll show you some different things we could do with the center screen there. I'm going to shut off my heated front seat here. It's getting a little warm. Okay, so you could see the difference now that when you rev the engine, you have the tack that has a color trail on it. Now you'll see that there, I'm starting out on the theme, so you'll see that there's the touring theme, which is what I'm in now, and then the track, and then the sport. The track was the very first thing you saw on the video. So this is the touring with the twin gauges, and then I'll go ahead and push the sport button. You can either put it in sport, or every time you push the sport button, it'll go into the sport mode. So this is a really cool feature too. And then when you turn the sport off, it goes back to the touring or the track, whichever one you had previously. So let me get out of this screen. So this is the theme screen. Let's go. Okay, so I guess if we start at the top is the theme. This is going to be in system settings. Then of course you have your date and time, which I have not set mine yet, so I need to do that yet. So you just go in there, confirm everything. I have not done that. I'll do that here in a little bit. Language, it supports all sorts of languages and everything. Lots and lots and lots of languages. So pretty much every country that you could purchase this in, you could have your language in there. Let's go into generic. Generic is the this is the brightness of your screen. Now this is usually the daytime brightness. I usually have it up to 80 or 90%, even 100%. I have it down to 20% for the filming of this. And then when you turn on the night brightness, it goes down to 10%. Now, let's see, we'll go down to color. Now this is going to be the color of your car. So you could change anything. My car's white, so I'm going to have mine white. There's blue, green, yellow, space gray, red, and black. So you have several different ones. Now this next one here is really cool. This is really awesome. This is called the driving mode. I have it in Comfort Plus. You'll see it kind of has an orange tinge to it, and you could change that. So it's got Comfort Plus, and then an Eco Pro kind of gives you a blue screen. And then you have a special, which is red, and then an auto. Now I'm not sure what the auto does exactly, but not sure how the auto works. Now personally I like it in the comfort, so that's kind of where I'm going to have it. Then you have your speed warning on and off. Now one thing that I have found, I don't know if this needs an update or what, but when you turn it on, let's turn it on, it doesn't it doesn't do anything. So I'm going to leave it off. And then if we go to the head unit, and let's go into the car settings, and then let's go down to speed limit activation and turn it on. It does turn it on. So for right now, it is controlled by your head unit. So I could turn it on and off using the head unit, which is really cool because it does communicate. So you could turn it on here, and then you could also adjust the speed through your head unit. I think you could also adjust the speed on the cluster here. So if you do turn it on, let's see if we could, yeah, you have to have it on the cluster, and you could change that. That might just be an update that needs to be done to sync them, but you could do it on the head unit, and so this does, the speed warning will work just by using the head unit. Okay, we'll keep moving on. So that's going to be the generic, and then you're going to have your factory. See, we'll go up to factory here. So the main one, if you're going to be setting the mileage, you press and hold until it goes to the next one. Press it once. Whoops, I pressed it twice. And it's going to be 1, press and hold. 6, press and hold. And 8, press and hold. And then OK. So this is where you're going to set your odometer. The main tank and sub tank, I would just leave those. And then obviously there's a confirm, vehicle model, Maserati, and return. Now just remember, when you enter your odometer, make sure and do it correct. Now your ECU is always going to read the actual odometer, even though you can put whatever you want here. So if anybody ever wants to find out what your actual mileage of your car is, you just hook it up to an OBD2 reader, and it'll tell your mileage. It'll read it right off the ECU. So see, we don't want that. Okay, so we're going to go down to return. Let's see. And then there's version, upgrade, and return. Okay, so we're going to continue in factory again. See, we want to get out of that. Back up to factory. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is 169. So we're going to press and hold. Go to 1. If we get it to 1. Press and hold. Keep pressing it too long. 6. And then we're going to go to 9. Press and hold. And OK. So this is going to be a little more of the technical stuff. Front tire exchange. I think this is where you're going to recalibrate your tire pressure. I still need to confirm that. Let's see. Door info. I think this is actually should say rear tire exchange, but I'll have to double check on that. Accessory, I'm not sure what this is. It was disabled from the get-go. And then your tire pressure, your angle sensor, I have all that enabled. Torque split, I'm not sure what torque split is. I have no idea what that is. Startup. Startup is going to be when it resets. Every time you start the car, it's going to reset like your fuel mileage and stuff. The reset enabled, refueling enabled. I guess that's part of it too. Intelligent idling. I don't think that has anything to do with this. Here's your metric unit. Of course, we're Imperial here in the United States. I have the clock enabled. You could obviously disable it, turn it on and off. I like having my clock up there, so I'll have it on. 24-hour format, obviously I have that off. Outdoor temp, I have that on. Temp unit, Fahrenheit. The door info. The door info is so when you open your door, it's going to show which door's open, which is really cool. The hood or the trunk, and which one. So that's really cool. Works very well. The fuel tank position is on the left here on this car. Reversing sound, I do want it on, so it enables the reverse sensors. Okay, the hide water and oil. So you'll see that you have your permanent fuel level and your temperature gauge on the right and left. So you have the option to shut off the extra ones in the, see, we'll go back up. You could shut those off. So if you don't want those there, you could shut them off, or you could have them on. I'm probably gonna have it, I'll probably shut it off for now. I'll leave it on just for demonstration purposes, I guess. Let's see. So that's everything in the factory and in the system settings. So now we're going to go down and return. Let's start at the top here and do the trip. You have your distance that you could set and everything. Tells the odometer, trip A, trip B. Okay, we'll go ahead and return out of that. From startup, it'll tell your distance, your mile per gallon, your speed, time from start. Let's see, we'll get out of that. From reset, that tells from the time of when it first reset. From refueling, so it'll keep track of from when you refueled. So that's kind of cool. So the eco kind of tells you how you've been driving. So like when you're driving aggressive, if you're driving in a manner where you're saving fuel and stuff, it really it's kind of a cool little feature there. So we'll get out of that. Let's see, go down to return. Okay, now we're going to go. See, we'll get out of there. We'll go down to real-time info. Now, this is something that I will have on most of the time when I'm driving. Now, you could choose what you want to have in the center there. So I will have the real-time info on. It gives you your voltage, your mile per gallon, your transmission temp, oil pressure, and your distance. So you could take off the fuel gauge down here where it says how many miles you have left on your tank of gas, and you still have it there in that area too. Let's see, let's go back. Let's go to information. Okay, so if you want, you could have the tire pressure, or you could have the tire angle. Oh, we'll get to service information in a minute. That's really cool. So the tire pressure, say if you want to drive around and you just want to have the tire pressure showing all the time, well, there you go. You could have your tire pressure showing all the time, and I think when you put it in sport mode, yes, it still has it over onto the left side. So you could have that, or you could have the angle, or you could have the real-time info. You kind of whatever you want. So let's get back out of that. So let's go to service information. This is a brand new feature that's really, really cool. So you have your oil and filter. So you could go on and you could reset distance to next service. You could set when it is, set a date. You could reset it, so that way you kind of know the mileage you have. That is a brand new feature, which is, I think, is just pretty darn awesome on here. See, so we reset it. I didn't mean to reset it, but we did. Okay, go down to return. Then also for the front brake, it tells you know when your front brakes are due, and obviously it'll give you a warning code when they are getting to that point where they need replaced. Inspection, when your annual or when your inspection's due, and it's got the little logo there. Brake fluid, when you need to change your brake fluid, you can set a date on there too. Rear brakes, let's see, we'll return. Filter, that looks like something to do possibly with the fuel filter. I don't know. It has a fuel and filter there. Spark plugs. And then I'm not sure what individual 2 is. And then return. Okay, so that's kind of a brand new feature on here, is some service information you could enter in there, and it'll tell you once you get to that point, it'll throw a code up, or it'll throw a warning up saying, hey, it's time for service or something like that. Let's see. Oops, we want to go back. To return. And return. And then you have your, I guess we've already been through the system settings. So what I'm going to do, and you'll see there's a return right here. This return doesn't do anything. So basically this is your whole menu right here. So when you want, if you want like real-time info, if you want your tire pressure gauge, so I'm going to do real-time info. That's just kind of what I like to have there. And then you know, you can switch it. And now I think I really love this look. I just absolutely love it. There's my favorite probably is going to be the track. I think that is a really cool, let's see here, in system settings. I guess you can return it and get out of there. I just did it, so my apologies. I guess you can hit return and it gets out of there. So if we go to system settings, and to whoops, I'm getting carried away here. And go to theme and go to track. Like I say, this is my favorite one here. And then what I'll do is get out of here. Oh, I want real-time info. That's what I want. And I'm going to put the real-time info up there. So that's the way that I like it. And you'll see that. And I want to go over some more things. Obviously, you're going to have your, when you turn on your headlights, it's going to show up there that you had them on auto. Park lights. Let's see, if you turn your headlights on, there's your rear fog light indicator. So all that's there. There's your park lights. Okay. And then obviously your when you turn your brights on, turn signals, all that works. Let's see, I bet you when you turn your park brake on, yep, it went on. Oh, gotta press the brake. See, it even warns that, so it knows to take that off. There, it's off. Then when you neutral, reverse, drive, and you'll see that it has the radar. I have the radar turned on up here, so it's sensing there's something in the back and to the front. And you could shut that off by pushing the button over there. And then let's see what else. Oh, when you put it in manual mode, and then you could, when you switch it, I'm switching it manually. Okay. Let's see, what else can we show on here? You'll see that the radio is on at the top there. I'm trying to think what else all this does. That's kind of all I could think of right now. It's really cool how the head unit communicates with the cluster. The cluster communicates with the ECU and pulls all this live information up. So this is a really cool feature, and I'll tell you what. I mean, just the way it looks and it adds to this car is just amazing. And I'll go ahead and shut it off, and you can see the screen when I shut it off. Really, really cool. So this is the Gen 2 Acar instrument cluster for the Granturismo and Grancabrio, and I am the exclusive dealer for this. I'm the only one that has the Gen 2, this new look. So you can check it out on my website at www.elliottmotorsports.biz. You could also check out my YouTube channel. Obviously, if you're watching this, you're on my YouTube channel. So Caymanspyder. I have lots and lots of videos, and I'm going to be coming out with lots of videos. You can see that I'm running the Acar Navi 13.6, the larger screen with the LEDs, and it could hear me talking there, so it's moving around, and you could shut all that off. So kind of a really cool deal here. So if you are interested in any of these products, get a hold of me. I'll be more than happy to help you out and answer any questions you have. All right, thanks so much.